On April 4th of this year, Joe Adell had the game of his life. He robbed 3 home runs all in one night in one game. Maybe the best one, and the picture after this one may not get any better than that. Joe Adell played his first game as a Guardian last night, and he was able to play next to Stephen Kwan. And I asked him when we talked about how special it was to play next to Stephen Kwan. He talked about it being special, but also he can't believe the concentration it takes Stephen Kwan to make the plays that he makes. So you saw the plays that he made way back in April, but here he is talking about what Stephen Kwan did last night in center field.
He's special defensively. It's clear. Like, I mean, that tag play, you saw that. It was, I mean, that was movie type stuff. So really cool to see him out there running around, and I know how hard it is to go from a corner and to rotate into center, and it's no joke. And he's taken the opportunity, and he looks really, really good out there. So it was really cool.
All right, you talk about superheroes. Let's just look at some of the catches we've seen Stephen Kwan make in center field. Get up for it in center field. From left field to the center. Look at that catch. We know he's a Gold Glove Award winner, but look at some of the catches he's made. Then we can go to what he was able to do last night. First inning, all the way to center field. That's the first player of the game. Goes out and does this. Watch the footwork on this throw. Sets it up. The throw goes all the way to second. Another assist for the Gold Glover. And then to finish it off, he just continues doing what he does every single night. And I think when you see the athleticism that Joe Adell has now in right field, and you see Kwan, what he's able to do in center or left, I think for the pitching staff, it makes them feel comfortable knowing that you have maybe one of the best defensives in baseball when it comes to what's happening in the outfield. And then we haven't even talked about Angel Martinez. So the outfield play is ready. On a night like tonight, we may see another spectacular catch with both Kwan and Adell in the lineup. When we come back, it'll be all about Tanner Bybee. He's on the mind, looking to mound, looking to stay hot. He's been one of the best pitchers in the last month of the season. We'll be right back with the Mets and Guardians here from Progressive Field.
Back here in Cleveland, Guardians take the field behind Tanner Bybee, making his 24th start of the season. That would put him in a tie for the league lead with his teammate, Joey Cantillo. Take a look at the Bet365 betting odds tonight. Tanner Bybee, the key for Tanner, trying to get deep into the game. I mean, he's sitting at 132 in the third innings pitched this year, 5th most in the league. And Rick, he's on pace to surpass his career high in innings pitched this year.
Hey, he goes out there and he has been a very good starter. He's had maybe 3 bad starts all year, but he goes out there and he likes to get you into that 6th inning, get you 6 innings, and even go to the 7th. He's gone 8 innings twice this year, and he has 2 or fewer runs in 7 of his last 10 starts. So, you know, if they can get him some runs, don't worry about it. He'll be just fine. And we're looking for Tanner to give a very good start tonight. He's on his regular turn.
Here is the starting lineup for Andy Green and the New York Mets. Green, the interim manager for New York. A.J. Ewing once again will lead it off, followed by Francisco Lindor and Bo Bichette batting third. Carson Benj moves up into the cleanup spot. Then Jared Young will hit 5th. Francisco Alvarez will catch tonight and bat 6th. Brett Beatty gets the start in left field, hitting 7th, and Jorge Polanco, he'll start in DH, batting 8th. Marcus Semien at second base will bat 9th.
And defensively tonight for the Guardians, it looks like this. Kwani is back in left field, and Halpin is in center. Joe Adell over in right. Angel Henao is at third base. Rocchio, the shortstop. Pizzana is at second. Nathaniel Lowe over at first base. And Patrick Bailey behind the plate. 3 Gold Glovers out there tonight.
And the kid, Angel Henao. This kid is special. One of the top prospects in all of baseball. Just 22 years old. Again, he's at third base tonight. Naturally a shortstop, but he can play on the other side of the diamond as well. They really like his versatility, strong arm. He checks all the boxes, as they like to say.
Love to see him. 22 years old. Looking forward to seeing him play at this level.
Jose Ramirez out of the lineup once again tonight, still dealing with inflammation and some soreness in that surgically repaired left hand, but they are hopeful that he will return to the lineup tomorrow. The key for Jose is Stephen Vogt said he was feeling much better today. So yesterday it was still a little bit sore, not as bad as the day before, so it's progressing in the right direction.
Well, let's hope so. Got to get ready for the weekend.
We are ready to go here in Cleveland. 81 degrees. Mostly sunny skies as the sun fades off to the west. A.J. Ewing stands in to lead it off for the Mets.
Here we go.
Tanner Bybee has no communication in his cap.
It looks like it's Bailey behind the plate. Who knows? We'll find out.
Cleveland right now is in a precarious situation. They are 57-57 on the year. Still just 3 games back of the White Sox in the AL Central. But the Guardians have lost 9 of their last 12 games. And should they falter again tonight, they would fall below 500 for the first time in exactly 3 months. Back on May 5th, they were 18-19. That's the last time they have dipped below 500.
Cinco de Mayo in Kansas City, right?
Wow.
Well, let's go. You need a W. Get over that 500 mark.
Now we're ready to go as Tanner Bybee looks in. And the first pitch fouled back out of play. Ewing last night 2 for 5 with a double. It was a good night for Ewing on the road. His numbers a stark contrast home and road. Very productive at Citi Field in New York. He's batted .276 at home with 6 homers, 20 runs batted in. On the road, the batting average dips to .252, only 1 homer and 8 runs batted in. Bybee's 2-strike pitch. Curveball, and it was a beauty, but just missed outside. He chops that one toward first. It's going to be Bazana, who comes over with the scoop out of the glove, just barely got Ewing for out number 1.
Batting second for the Mets.
Well, I'll tell you what, he hustled down the line, and Bazana takes, I'm going to flip it right out of the glove, not even go to throw, and he just barely got him, but he got him. You see, Ewing thought he was safe, or at least he wanted him to call safe.
Francisco Lindor 0 for 5 last night. Way out in front. 1,715 hits in his career, now in his 12th season.
Couple of good spinners
Yeah,
on the first 2 pitches, boy.
He's sitting dead red. You can tell he's just sitting fastball, but he's not getting the express.
Whether it's the 4-seamer or 2-seamer, he'll get it at some point in time tonight. But he's starting them off slow. See if he chases one of those in the dirt.
Line drive broke his bat, fouled by about a foot.
He hung that one. Went with a 3rd time for a breaking ball, and that one stayed up, but it just went foul, so he lucked out there. It was barely foul. Umpire right on it. Could only have been about 10-15 feet away from it.
Lindor 12 homers shy of the 300 career home run mark. And he's also sitting on 881 runs batted in, so he's closing in on a couple of pretty good milestones.
He sure is.
0-2 offering. And he did not react on the pitch inside. 1-2.
That was the show pitch right there. There's your fastball. If you get it, you're going to get it in, and if you miss, it's going to be off the plate. He tried the 2-seamer to come back, started at that hip and try and hit the inside corner.
Count stays a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a good fastball at 96. and it was right at the top of the strike zone, too close to take, and he could not get to it.
Yeah, he worked him over pretty good in that at-bat, made some really good pitches, got ahead of him, and gets his first strikeout tonight.
Strikeout number 101 on the year for Bybee. Can't say enough about the growth that Tanner Bybee has showed this year, just from a kind of an emotional, competitive standpoint, because in those 11 losses, they've scored 18 runs. They really haven't given him much of a chance.
Oh, he started the year out. He was pitching well. They could never score for him.
Now, it's not like he was bouncing around smiling all the time, but he never really pouted. He never threw a teammate under the bus. He never complained. You could tell it was eating at him, but it just made him more competitive.
But even when people made mistakes, he went up to them and consoled them during one of his starts. You know, if they dropped the ball or they made an error, or they didn't do something. He's come a long way. I agree with you, just mentally this year, just knowing how to handle the situation.
It's made him the leader of this rotation and this pitching staff.
I can believe
Forget the numbers. That's the guy they go to talk to when things aren't going right.
The 2-2. Jammed him, fouled out of play.
And we talk about leadership, and everybody wants to be one, or sometimes, but sometimes you earn it, and he's earned it. I've watched guys like Gavin go to him after a tough inning or after a tough outing. They all go to him to kind of say, hey, how should we deal with this? What's the next step? Because he's gone through it all this year.
True leadership is revealed when things aren't going great.
Right.
Correct.
Hey, when you're going well, it's easy to say everything, but it's when you're struggling is when you see a leader.
Bo Bichette having a good at bat here. Payoff pitch, and he fouls another one back. Speaking of round numbers, Bo Bichette recently picked up his 1,000th career hit just about a month ago, and he has posted, Arch, he's missed one game this year.
Yeah. Going through the ringer, and he's playing a different position over at third base. He's had to basically learn that over there on the fly. But this guy's always been a good hitter.
He's always been a gamer and a good hitter, other than last year when he dealt with injuries all season long, it felt like.
Another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to go fish. He slams the bat in frustration to end the inning. A couple of Ks for Tanner Bybee, and the Guardians are coming to bat.
Online at rallyhouse.com.
Stephen Vogt's starting lineup tonight brought to you by Progressive. It will be Stephen Kwan once again leading it off, followed by Chase DeLauder, who will DH tonight. Joe Adell in right field bats third. Nathaniel Lowe hitting cleanup. He's at first. Travis Pizzana batting fifth, and Brian Rocchio hits sixth. Petey Halpin in center field batting seventh. Patrick Bailey, the catcher, is eighth. And Angel Henao, making his major league debut, will bat ninth. Right-hander Christian Scott, making his 16th start of the year, misses outside for ball one. Scott coming off a great start against Atlanta. He only allowed one run in 6 innings of work, but he was the tough luck loser in a 1-0 game.
Yeah, facing Chris Sale in that ball game. Second game of a doubleheader. He's got a nice 1.77 ERA in his last 4 starts.
Interesting, Christian Scott is a guy that transitioned. He was primarily a reliever in college, but when the Mets drafted him, they took a look at him and said, we think this guy can be a starter. So he transitioned the other way into the rotation.
Good for him.
Big chopper over the mound. Lindor with a nice hop, throws out Kwan, one away.
Let's check out the defense for the Mets. Today in the outfield, Beatty will be the left field. The Ewing is in center. Benj over in right. Bichette, the third baseman, Lindor at short, Simeon is at second, Young at first, and Alvarez tonight doing the catching. They got the guy that had 4 RBIs on the bench tonight. That's hard to believe. The guy that caught last night.
Luis Torrens.
I think I'd put him back in there.
Chase DeLauder fouls off the first pitch.
That was a nice little slider that we just saw him throw DeLauder. He learned his slider, you know, on the internet, Pitching Ninja.
Yeah,
and that slider was used by Max Scherzer. How about that?
Look at you knowing about the Pitching Ninja. I'm proud of you. Look,
hey, thanks,
Andre. You've been working hard, Art. I'm happy, Rick. That's good. I got nothing else to say. That was awesome.
Showed up with a samurai sword when he walked into the booth today.
He's growing on us. Look at him.
He's a ninja, all right. Stealth.
That was beautiful.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count on Chase DeLauder. Chase drew 3 walks last night. He's been on base 22 of his last 24 games.
He's very consistent in that batter's box. That's how you win a Player of the Month award.
There you go. But look what he has to build off of, Rick. You know, you just said the word that we don't say about rookies very often. He's consistent.
Yes, he is. He doesn't try to do too much.
The 2-2. Line to left. Beatty going back onto the track. 2 down.
You know, that's just the thing. Even when he makes outs, a lot of them are hard outs.
That one was loud.
Yeah, it was. He lets the ball come to him.
Joe Adell, 2 hits in his Guardians debut last night, including a double, and scored a run. Just inside the line to retire the side. That was a terrific play. Carson Bench has been impressive in the first 2 games already in this series. Guardians TV presented by Progressive. Another warm night here at Progressive Field. No score, 2nd inning. Carson Bench leads off for New York.
This offense was very aggressive off of Cantillo yesterday. After they faced him almost 1 time through, they made some adjustments in a hurry. It's a good pitch, nice changeup.
Carson Bench always has his suitcase packed. 9 of his 12 homers have come on the road, and that one he hit last night was some kind of impressive.
A long way. What'd they say it was?
451.
451. I mean, you could tell by the crack of the bat it was loud. I didn't think it, but it was pretty much straight away center field.
In and out. The mitt of Patrick Bailey couldn't quite come up with it.
There you go. He foul tipped it. He looked around, just didn't hit it. Hit it off the finger part of the glove up top.
Bench is the 3rd New York Met this year to hit a home run exactly 451 feet. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
He's tied with Brett Beatty and Luis Robert for the longest home run by a Met this year, all at 451. Ring him up. couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball. 3 straight strikeouts for Tanner Bybee.
Comes back with a nice four-seamer. He had to be looking off speed because he took a 95-mile-an-hour heater away, and he knew it.
Another left-handed bat, Jared Young. Young, like a number of his Mets teammates, missed some time this year. He was out a little over a month, from April 13th to May 26th. He suffered a left meniscus tear in his knee. Missed up high. And that missed high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He didn't mean to, but it glanced off the bat. It would have been a strike had he not tipped it.
Yeah, he's glad.
Rung up.
He's glad it tipped the bat.
Another one that just went off the end of the glove of Bailey.
Yeah, there's, as a catcher, not much you can do. You go up there and if that ball goes into the pocket of it, you got a chance. But when it goes off, the thumb or something like that, it's just not going to go in.
Out in front of it.
Boy, already the Mets have 9 foul balls.
They're up there.
2 strikes.
They're battling.
Yeah, the first 4 guys, they've all swung at the first pitch, but they are battling when they get to 2 strikes. They're doing a nice job of staying alive and making him work.
Drilled to deep center. Petey Halpin on his horse. Oh, he made the catch! And let's hope he's okay. He went full speed, never gave an inch, and plowed into the center field wall. He hangs on, and now he's upright, and he gets a huge round of applause from this crowd.
And why not? This is the second time we've seen him go full throttle right into the wall. He was able to hold on it, and I'm sure it knocked him a little silly. But there's the catch, another second straight catch. Quan last night, and this one here. Might have knocked the wind out of it. But boy, he got there right before he was going to hit the wall. What a beautiful play. Bybee loved it.
Some great defense on both sides here in the early going. That was a dynamite play. Second game in a row, a Guardians center fielder has crashed into that wall hard to take extra bases away from a Mets hitter.
Last night it was the first inning. Tonight it's the second.
Now 1-1. How many of those do you think you had in your career where you just couldn't brace? You couldn't protect yourself?
The wall's got to stop you. I mean, that happens a lot. Sometimes you can hold on to it. Sometimes it gets out of the glove. And sometimes you have to lay there for a second so you can catch your breath.
Make sure all your body parts are still connected.
Yes, they're beautiful catches, but that shows you the concentration you have to have when you're getting that close.
Felt like you got hit by a safety going across the middle.
You are. I mean, that's going to stop you in a minute, in a New York minute.
You have to have some fearlessness.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's a great word for it.
The 2-2 to Francisco Alvarez is up high in a full count.
But there are times you're going to have to stop, before you get hurt. But that play, you have to get after it, and he did.
Another full count. This will be pitch 39 already for Bybee.
Yeah, they're doing just a good job of fouling pitches off. That's got to upset a pitcher a little bit, when those guys up there, you may have one hitter or two maybe in a lineup that can do it.
They're all doing it.
But so far, the first time through, everybody's been doing it.
He's gotten the strikeouts. That's something he hasn't gotten a lot of the last few starts, but he's been getting deeper in the game.
Right.
Ring him up. Could not pull the trigger. A really nice off-speed pitch from Tanner Bybee, his 4th strikeout, and an unbelievable superhero effort by Petey Halpin.
Amy Acton's men.
Bottom of the 2nd inning, no score. And Nathaniel Lowe will lead it off for Cleveland, making his first start in a Guardians uniform. Came on as a pinch hitter last night, was 0 for 2 in the game. At the time of the trade, Lowe was swinging the bat well for Cincinnati. In his last 14 games, he's hit .327. Christian Scott with some pretty good giddy up on that fastball.
I was going to say, you see that thing shot by him. He's got good jump to that ball, throwing about 96, 97 miles an hour. He's got some giddy up to it.
And he throws it by him. Another strikeout with a good fastball. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
See the 4-seamer, sweeper, cutter, curveball, splitter, sinker. Heavily 4-seam. Sweeper goes 22, and you can see they got 95, but we see he's not up to 97 today, so he must be feeling pretty good. The only 2 guys he's faced in this lineup, one is Joe Adell and the other is Patrick Bailey. They both had 2 at-bats against him, and that's it. He hasn't faced anybody else. His first start against the Guardians, of course.
I mean, he may have a little extra juice because he's working on 6 days rest.
Yeah. Well, that may be it. But I mean, it's not like he's humping up. It's a nice easy.
Yeah.
That delivery's pretty smooth. So he gets back-to-back strikeouts. And this is some high cheddar. There it is. That's above the zone. That's the one you're going to have to lay off because you will not catch up to that one. That you got to bring it down about 4 inches.
With 2 down, here is Brian Rocchio. Rocchio last night 1 for 2, had a couple of walks. Oh, he drilled him on the, looked like he got him on the knee.
Yeah, it did, and that's a breaking ball, but it doesn't make it feel any better. Back leg. Oh, right in the thigh. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Charlie horse. So the Guardians have their first base runner with 2 down here in the 2nd, and Petey Halpin coming up. Attempted first, but Rocchio in there standing. Halpin, over his last 6 games, has 6 hits. Lays off the high fastball. left out of play. Missed in off the plate with the breaking ball. Count evens at 2-2. First time they've had Scott out of the stretch. Sandy Alomar trying to get a good look at Scott. So is Brian Rocchio.
Going to send out some birthday wishes tonight to Bernadette Sandis of Chardon, turning 92. Bernadette, happy birthday to you.
Rocchio takes off. Halpin pops it up on the infield, shallow left, going out Bichette. Over the shoulder catch. Just kind of threw his glove at it and hauled it in to retire the side. No score through 2 in Cleveland.
Welcome to.
Don't miss the Rockin' Blast presented by Echo Health. That'll be on Friday, August 14th after the Guards-Padres game. It's also Dollar Dog Night, $2 pregame in the district presented by Miller Lite. Get your tickets, CLEGuardians.com.
Brett Beatty leading off for New York here in the third. And he fouls off the first pitch.
This is only the seventh batter he's faced. And they have 41 pitches on him, 23 swings, and 10 foul balls with 2 strikes. And that's 5 of the 7 swinging at that first pitch.
Swung out and missed with a really good changeup.
Yeah, I think that would be a good pitch to these guys today because they're going to be very aggressive. If they're going to try and get after your fastball. You can see that they were out front there.
That's hit well. Kwan back on the track looking up, and it's gone. An 0-2 pitch hit out of the park by Brett Beatty. And it's 1-0 New York.
That's their 135th homer and the 21st homer that Tanner has allowed this year. 1 zip, but he earned it, man. He stayed on it, and he went away. They wanted it up, but that was pretty much down the middle. And you could see the look on Bailey's face. He put his head down and the glove. He knew he hit it well on the 0-2 pitch.
And Bobby's reaction was very similar. Look at
Yeah, they know it when it's carrying.
21 homers allowed by Bobby. He started the night 6th in the league, giving up home runs.
Solo home runs don't hurt you. I mean, you go up there, he's been aggressive. Guy takes you the other way, you sort of tip your cap.
You tip your cap, but they're making Tanner work, as you guys are talking about just what's happened so far through. You know, you look at Polanco, he was a guy that we always feared when we saw him in Minnesota, and he had a great year last year.
Well, hey, Polanco tees off, and he sends one out of here, snapping an 0 for 26 slump. 2-0 New York.
That was the breaking ball. Polanco only his 2nd homer.
I was going to say, the New York fans have been all over him, thinking like he's been the problem of the season, and boom, it's his 2nd home run just like that.
And it's been over 4 starts for Bobby, not giving up a home run. You know, this one stayed up in the zone. The last one he gave up was the 3rd of July against the White Sox. He gave up 3 in that game, so they come back to back here. Fastball away, and now this one, a breaking ball up.
Marcus Semien takes the first pitch strike.
Yeah, no stranger to Progressive Field.
lifted in the shallow right. Lozana out, and the second baseman has it one away. Back to the top of the order in A.J. Ewing.
Now batting to the Mets, center fielder A.J. Ewing.
These guys are getting after it.
Way out in front.
It's that changeup. It's going to be a good pitch for him.
I was going to say, with as aggressive as they are, he may have to start starting some hitters like that as well.
Well, he has. That's about. He better start. Yeah, maybe mixing in more of them.
There you go.
That's back to back, and there you go.
Strikeout number 5, 2 down in the third.
Now to play for New York.
Watch him go into that glove. There it is right there. A little circle change. And it looks just like his two-seamer. You can see upset with him. He couldn't wait for it.
Carl was talking today about that's the thing he loves about having Bybee is that if one thing's not working, he has other things in his tool bag he can use. He's going to have to go in there tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Off speed again.
And Bailey's going to have to be Bailey's going to be right there with him. He better be. But these guys are coming out swinging. That makes you concentrate, and you have to throw a quality first pitch. You can't just try and get me over strike.
Sky high pop behind the plate. Bailey might have room toward the netting. He hangs on to retire the side. Back-to-back homers for the Mets here in the third. Stake New York to a 2-0 lead.
JM.
Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress. Lazy Boy recliners starting at $395 at Levin. Marvel superheroes on hand here tonight. And at this rate, the Guardians might have to call on one of them to enter the game.
Well, we already had one catch out. Our boy Petey Halpin. He made a beautiful catch in center field running into that wall. We need to now mix in some offense.
Last night the Guardians had plenty of opportunities but no clutch hitting. That was their downfall last night offensively.
Yeah, they were held down when they got to 2 strikes. They were just 1 for 18 with 2-strike hitting last night.
Now they stranded a small village. 11 men left on base. They had them loaded in the first with no outs. Did not score.
Yeah, with runners on base 4 for 20.
Well, the manager, Stephen Vogt, said last night he's going to stay positive. He says we can do that part. We can do the next part with driving the runs in.
Yeah, you get them on.
Yeah.
Yes, you get opportunities, and then you got to cash it in. And sooner or later it's going to come, but it better come sooner.
Bailey with a fly ball to right. Bench. 1 down. And now the first big league at bat for Angel Henao. Henao played 96 games in the minors this year between AA and AAA. Batted .300. 13 homers, 20 doubles, 53 knocked in. Lines the first pitch into right center field for a base hit. And that got this crowd up on its feet.
Well, he was watching the Mets swing at first pitch every time. Why not high? He did. He gets a base hit. Congratulations, young man. First major league hit on one swing. Save that baseball, and a nice job. Well, that's over with.
And now coming off a 2-homer night last night in Syracuse for AAA Columbus. So there's a little power in there as well. He's aboard with one out for Stephen Kwan.
Here you'll see that first pitch, a little spinner. Breaking ball down, might have been a cutter.
I thought he'd get a fastball when you first come up.
Well, he didn't, but he got a hit. He may get one next time.
And Al draws the throw, and he's back safely. Stephen Kwan takes. That's a strike 1-1. Checks, it's up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Hyundai in the driver's seat. Stephen Kwan has just been on fire. A 21-game on-base streak in which he's batted .425.
He has raised his average over about 40 points.
He's not done yet.
Oh, I know. He can maintain this, no doubt.
Well, we had that conversation the first few months of the season. You knew once he figured it out, he would be able to hold it for a while, and he is.
Well, because you take your walks, and you know that's always helps when you get on base. On base percentage.
Off speed pitch, yanked foul. Well, you can see sometimes just during an at bat, you can see the difference in confidence that he has from earlier in the year.
Right.
Pitch selection, you know, what he's looking at, what he's fouling off, what he's taking.
Yeah, and he's leveling his swing and hitting line drives. That's when they were able to get by him upstairs.
Cutter up high.
Third strikeout for Christian Scott.
Yeah, it was.
2 down here in the inning.
I believe that was a cutter, yes, up top. But that was a ball.
Yeah.
He got him to chase out of the zone.
He's doing a great job, though, throwing hard stuff up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the rail you got to make him get it down. Pizzana swung up there, too, and that ball was out of the strike zone. He can get it by you.
DeWater and Joe Adell on deck. The only 2 hitters who have really hit the ball hard off Christian Scott. DeWater lined out to deep left. He put Beatty on the warning track, and Adell put the right fielder Carson Benj on the warning track. And got the bat on a check swing.
Boy, that caught the bat way back there, didn't it? He wanted to check his swing. It still went off his lumber.
It's just amazing when you watch DeWater. The feet, we talked about this last night, but the way his back foot slides out from under him, it's amazing he has any balance to hit the ball. And yet he does sometimes. Because what do we always talk about in sports? Your base, right? You have to have a good base under you.
Foundation.
His base looks like it's moving all the time.
Well, it's not until he goes into his swing, and then everything just.
We slow it down, so it looks like he's falling down. But you're right, he's timing in how he moves from the weight from the back.
He doesn't go out to try to get the ball. He lets the ball come into him. And then once he starts that swing, then things start moving. But the bat, I mean, the barrel of the bat is around home plate. It's not out front to where he's off balance. He's always on balance for the most part for a young hitter. There you go. He was right on that one. But you see the feet, and he spun on that. but fouled it off.
He was trying to launch this one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He gets a spinner right there at 83, and he got away with it. Scott did.
Sure did.
If that ball maybe was down another inch or two, then it's his nitro zone.
And now we'll be running on the 3-2 pitch. And another foul back by DeLauder. And we'll try again. 2-0 Mets, third inning. Angel Henao giving Cleveland their first hit here in the third. He'll get a head start on the pitch. Big chopper to Young, the first baseman. Easy out, ends the inning. 3 complete. It's the Mets 2, the Guardians nothing, but Angel Henao is on the board. His first big league hit. Our Toyota keys to the game. Tanner Bybee, the Iron Man, began the night 5th in the American League in innings pitched. And he's right behind his teammate Gavin Williams for 2nd in the American League. And he may pass him before the night is over. Heck, he might even take over the top spot because Cam Schlittler of the Yankees is number 1 with 139 and 2/3 innings if Bybee gets really deep into this one. The problem for him was the early pitch count. And the Mets hitters just being able to foul off a lot of pitches and extend at bats. The first 6 hitters averaged over 6 pitches per plate appearance.
Yeah, they've already taken an inning away from them because of that.
Swing and a miss by Bo Bichette, who struck out his first time up.
And he was upset on that strikeout because he ended up swinging at a bad pitch down.
And it was a long at bat too.
Yeah, it was full count. 3-2.
Swing and a miss. He got him to expand the strike zone. And that's strikeout number 6 for Tanner Bybee. And a word now from Cleveland Clinic.
Sports medicine for the moments that move us. The future of peak performance is here. Cleveland Clinic.
There you go.
Nice changeup. There you can see first 2 innings, 40 pitches.
Isn't that crazy? The 3rd inning, he faced more hitters than in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, gave up a couple of home runs. Yeah, 15 pitches, right. Well, you're around the plate. That's what I'm saying. If they get after one, and they did. They got a breaking ball, they had a fastball, and they were both solo homers.
High pop foul, out of play right side. Broke his bat, and now bobbled it, and he's going to be safe at first. Ball got away from low, and on the air, he will go down to second base.
Yeah, that ball had some spin to it, and he had the weight on it. And by the time he got to get there, he probably shouldn't have thrown that ball. Only because he had to catch it cleanly. He was jammed. There's a left-hander running, and you see the spin. He didn't catch it. Now he rushed and barely had it and short hops him, and it gets past low. And that may be a base hit and an error. We'll see.
They gave him 2 errors.
Oh.
Welcome to the big leagues. Two errors or 2 base errors? Okay, he can't hear me. So it is 2 errors. Jared Young takes a good healthy rip but follows it straight back. To right, fair ball. Another run in for the Mets. It's 3-0 New York, and RBI double for Jared Young.
Breaking ball. He left that one up, and he took advantage of it, man. Young just stayed back, put a good swing on it. You're going to see it up in the strike zone. There's the curveball, and it stays belt high. And boy, he did. He hit it hard down into the corner. And so their 3rd hit, and also their 3rd run.
And Francisco Alvarez, a strikeout victim his first time up, takes a off-speed pitch for strike 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Blew it by him. 7 strikeouts for Tanner Bybee. And despite giving up only 3 hits, he's down 3-0. Back-to-back home runs, solo shots in the 3rd, and now an unearned run here in the 4th.
And this is the guy that started it. Went the other way with the first home run tonight. That was his 7th on the year.
His home run in the 3rd inning snapped an 0 for 8. He had a career best 10-game hitting streak from June 30th to July 10th. But all in all, the numbers not that great for Beatty. A .218 batting average coming into tonight, and just over 100 games played this year. 99 strikeouts. fly ball to center. P.D. Halpin puts it away. Guardians have just one hit through 3 innings. The offense will try to find an answer to solve Christian Scott when we come back. Joe Adell leads off the bottom of the 4th. Guardians down 3. Adell drilled the ball to deep right field into the corner, and Carson Benjamin a nice running catch on the warning track. Christian Scott, his fastball has been impressive. Two and two. He starts hitting with that pitch, and it's going to be a tough night for these hitters, because they have not been able to catch up to his fastball, and he starts landing that sweeper.
Well, that sweeper and also that cutter that he has, that's pretty hard and it's tight. He's been pulling that spinner, you know, the sweeper a little bit inside to the left-handers and well away to the righties.
Back out of play.
But you may get some chases if you're ahead of the hitters. Got a full count now. Wow.
A challenge from Alvarez, the catcher.
The catch challenging the ball call.
That was a good heater in. Now, I don't know if it hit in there, but
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it will be a leadoff walk for Cleveland.
Oh, that's...
Pitches the ball. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
That was a great take. If he was looking out over the plate, that one buzzed him, but it just missed inside. So there you go. Leadoff man aboard. First walk for Scott.
That's only the 18th walk this year for Joe Adell, but his second in as many games with Cleveland.
There you go.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe.
That was a good take on a full count.
Crushed but foul. He got a little bit quick getting out in front of that one.
Well, he turned the dial up on the side, you know, knowing after that first at bat that he's got a little cheddar. Got a good fastball, so watch him. This is a spinner, though, and he hangs it. But he got the barrel head out front, and he knew it was foul as soon as he hit it.
His eyes lit up, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
One ball, one strike. Lowe, a dozen homers, 17 doubles with Cincinnati. And it's now 1-2. Both Adell and Nathaniel Lowe. I mean, when you get traded from a last place team to a contending team, I mean, there's nothing better.
Yeah, you're right back in play. Absolutely. It gives you a jolt of energy, and it should.
I mean, these two guys yesterday, they were bouncing around like it was Christmas Day.
And rightfully so. I mean, it means something. But now you still have to come in and perform.
They came in today that way. I said to Nathaniel, I go, you still excited? He goes, man, I was floating yesterday. I still am. Because exactly what you just said, Matt.
Line to center. And it carries over the head of Ewing. He broke in. That ball had more carry than he realized. Adell has to stop at third. It's a double for Lowe. And here come the Guardians in the 4th.
Yeah, that ball jumped off his bat, and you're right. The route that Ewing made, he came in, and instead of really picking it up, watch his first step. He comes in 2 or 3, and now you got to go back. And that step, those first 2 steps got him. Where he had the wrong angle, and by the time he gets back up, he couldn't, you know, retreat and make that play. So now you got the inning set up, second and third, second hit, first extra base hit.
Travis Bazzana. Line drive and a base hit left field. Adell scores. Lowe will stop at third. And the Guardians are on the board on a little flare to left by Bazzana. It's a 3-1 ball game.
This one just gets over the head of Bichette at third. And here he comes by the time that Beatty can get over there.
Well, I was just thinking, what is it like for Odor kind of learning new guys' speed?
Well, he doesn't. And I think, but you know what? There's nobody out.
Right.
That's why. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a second. You know, he didn't have a bad jump.
No.
He came over to third on time. I thought he could have sent him. But, you know, you're just picking the ball up and there's nobody out. You don't want to get thrown out at the dish.
And he took a big turn too. And Posey said, "That's nice."
Well, you expect to score on a base hit like that because it wasn't drilled.
Brian Rocchio. With the tying run now at first base. Takes a strike. Rocchio. His home road splits are rather striking. He has hit .295 at home this year. Compared to .224 on the road. A lot of big hits in this ballpark. He's knocked in 50 on the year.
Well, it's a free at bat now, but he's going to have to battle to get another one. There you go. Just follow it off until maybe he makes a mistake.
Bazzana draws a throw. He gets back safely. With that hop move, you always wonder if you make that hop move at the wrong time, you can get caught. But he was going back to first.
Yeah, especially on an 0-2 count. You know, they could throw just a high fastball up and away if they think he might be going. He's got to be sure if he steals that base that he can get there, because low at third, you're not going to send him if they throw through.
He's running, and Rocchio chops it to first. He'll get the out there, and Lowe held at third.
I'll trade that every day.
One down, Bazzana in the scoring position.
He gets the second. Lowe's got to stay at third. Just rolls over on it, and there you go. Only play he had was just go to first base. Bazzana now on second. Still, base knock will tie this game up.
Alvarez out to talk with Scott, with Halpin coming up. With one down. And the Guardians down 2. You've got that tying run. Travis Bazzana in scoring position at second base. High fastball up out of the strike zone.
That's been the pitch. especially to the lefties.
You know, when you get in this situation, and he was looking for the fastball and got a couple of them, you got to make sure you can get the ball in play. Those were two swings that looked like he wanted to hit home runs. Now you've got to protect and battle and try to get that ball in play.
Got him looking. 2 down.
That's 4 strikeouts now.
That would have been worth the challenge for sure. Patrick Bailey fly to right, his only time up. After the first 3 Guardians reached to open the inning, he went 0-2 to the next 3 hitters and retired them with ease. They get a run on the board. They trail by 2 through 4.
Hard in the Cleveland Guardians Charities 50-50 raffle.
3-1, Mets lead it. 5th inning. And Jorge Polanco will lead it off for New York. Polanco homered in the 3rd inning. His first at bat of the series, snapped an 0-for-26 slump. Polanco was going so badly, he was getting booed almost off the field at Citi Field. And his manager said, I'm excited to get him on the road. Honestly, just the change in the environment maybe will just kind of jumpstart him on the next road trip. And his first at bat, he hits a home run.
He did.
That's exactly what I was going to say, that he hit a home run last time.
Over the last 5 years, Polanco has missed nearly 300 games. Wow. He played only, let's see, he managed to play 118 games with Seattle in 24. Last year he was primarily a DH for the Mariners because he just didn't have any mobility left because he strikes out here. He played the first 2 games of this season at first base for the Mets, and he's DH'd ever since. But,
well, and he's made a lot of money.
Yes, he has.
In those 5 years.
Well, between him and Simeon, these are the 2 guys in New York. They've been all over because they thought these 2 would, you know, they lost the polar bear, and those 2 were supposed to, you know, kind of replace that, and it has not happened at all.
No, it has not. Polar bear on in Baltimore now, still doing his
what
thing.
He does, yes, sir. Which I think surprised some people. They brought in other people and given them big money, and I think a lot of people around New York were surprised they couldn't take care of him as well. Well, there's only so much money, though, right?
Probably should have taken care of him first. He was a home run leader in the whole organization.
They drafted him
ever.
Right.
Right. That's one they would take back, I would think.
I was going to ask you last night about Simeon. You know, we've always bragged how he played and posted every single game.
Yeah.
You wonder when you get to this part of your career, though, does that hamper?
Yes.
Where, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. Well, you know, you age, you slow down. You can't play like that every day for all those years. He's up in age, and his best years are definitely behind him.
So you slow down a little bit quicker or faster maybe than someone else, right?
Yeah, he was a gamer. He played a lot of consecutive games in a row.
To third. Angel Henao throws it up. 2 down. Injury report brought to you by the injury attorneys at Elk & Elk. Juan Soto. Oh, I'm sorry. We changed that to Ben Lively, who was with the ball club prior to the game. He was on the field during the national anthem. He's back on the bump. Made 48 pitches last night as he continues to make his way back.
Well, he's going through something. He's throwing harder than he threw before the injury. But he says his off-speed pitches just aren't what they were before he got injured. So he says, you know what, I don't care, though. I just got to get to the pinch count that they asked me to get to. We'll deal with the rest of it later. And speaking of injury report, Jose says he feels a little bit better. Hopefully he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow afternoon is his hope right now. But he is sitting on the step and itching to play.
Well, we knew that.
You haven't heard him all game so far.
Changeup's coming into play very well for Bybee.
Well, you knew that was going to happen with how aggressive they were.
Yeah, and his job now, but get that sir on the board, get your offense back in there, and get hitting the baseball.
Trying to hold up. He got a piece of it. Into the mid it goes. 9th strikeout for Tanner Bybee. Mets go 1-2-3. Halfway through. 3-1 New York. Bottom of the 5th brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ram dealers. Angel Henao singled in his major league debut. His first at bat in the 3rd inning. On the first pitch he saw, he lined it to right center field. One of only 3 Guardians hits so far on the night.
Well, guys that have done that on their first pitch. Short list.
1 ball, 1 strike. I told you Henao had 60 walks in the minor leagues this year. Good for a 401 on base percentage. So that tells you he's got a pretty good idea of the pitches that he knows he wants to swing at rather than just swinging at everything.
Yeah, the strike zone, absolutely. There it was, a little spinner down there, and he just jumped all over it. Got his first knock, got that out of the way. Family loving it. And he's got another.
That's going to get into left field. And now takes a wide turn, aggressively holds with a leadoff single. So he's 2 for 2.
And that tells you he knows that ball's away, but he didn't try to do anything. He stayed right on it. They were playing him over. He was, in that shortstop hole was Bichette, and he hits it right past him. So he's now 2 for 2, and another start to the inning. That's what you do. Think double.
Here is Steven Kwan 0 for 2 tonight. Kwan struck out in the 3rd inning with Henao at first base, and you could see on the pitch that he struck out on, he was trying to let that ball track. He was trying to go the other way, but he just didn't get to it. It was a little high. It was elevated, maybe just up out of the strike zone.
Yeah, it was a little above the zone.
And that's where Christian Scott has been successful tonight. He has surprised them with his velocity and his ability to command it on that top part of the zone.
And that's why a hitter can't get there. That's just above the top rail. And it's so close that, you see it and you just have to go after it, especially when you get to 2 strikes. But he's got enough on that, whether it be the cutter or the fastball, that you can't adjust. See, that was a little high. You could see how he had to fight it off to try and do that.
Well, that pitch right there was similar to the one he struck out on. It was just a little bit low.
A little bit, but still, he had to get up on his toes to hit it, it looked like.
Hi, Tom. How are you? Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, Tommy knew the camera was on.
Yeah.
He wanted to say hello to Struthers.
Kwan trying to bloop one into left field. Beatty coming in. He won't get there. It'll drop for a hit. And the Guardians have their first two aboard to start the home half of the fifth inning. Stage director must have been asleep too. He didn't block him.
Well, there it is. That slowed down a little bit. That enabled him to, just put it in play. He popped that one up, but didn't hit it hard enough to get out to left field.
Two guys who just put the ball in. They hit it where it was pitched. And now Chase DeLauder, 0 for 2, trying to keep the train moving for Cleveland in this fifth inning.
You guys giving Tommy all that mess. He was just doing his job, giving you some numbers.
Yeah, he was. He rushed down. He heard we were on camera.
Tommy, get your face in there next time. Come on. They want to see you.
Oh, 2. Every time the Guardians have had a scoring opportunity, the very next hitter has put himself in a hole. 3 straight times in the fourth inning with runners in scoring position. The very next hitters all went down 0-2.
Could you be a little too anxious?
A little bit.
Yeah, you get runners in scoring position. You want to do too much, you got to relax. Just let the pitcher come to you. That's one thing a lot of young hitters do, man. They want to get after it as soon as they can. Get that first pitch or do something.
You always say it here, hitting coaches say there's just as much pressure on the pitcher as
there's more pressure on the pitcher to get ahead of you and do his thing. And then when you fall behind as a young hitter, then you get yourself out is what you do.
DeLauder, like Stephen Kwan, even when he gets behind in the count, though, he doesn't panic. He's still got a really good eye and
his plan is
understanding of what he can do at the plate, whereas some hitters get down 0-2 and you can see it's all out swinging at anything.
Right. And now here we go again, another 3-2 count for Chase DeLauder.
And the payoff pitch. Low, ball 4, and that was a terrific AB. Just like we talked about. He got behind, but he doesn't hit the panic button. Let's get a word now from Bet365.
Did you win?
Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
Well, finally, we get a chance to see Joe Adell hit with runners in scoring position. The bases are loaded with nobody out. A .327 batting average this year with runners in scoring position, 12th best in baseball. So this is a guy that he thrives. He lives for these kind of moments. Double barrel action in the Mets bullpen. And a fastball strike. And now the tying run is at third base. The tying run, Stephen Kwan, is at second base, and DeLauder down at first. And the 0-1.
Slowed it down.
Christian Scott could be hanging by a string here. You've got left-handed hitters Nathaniel Lowe and Travis Pizzana on deck, with the lefty Jeffrey Yan warming in the bullpen. If Scott does not get Adell, you'll wonder how aggressive Andy Green would be here.
Well, yeah, first 4 hitters, I would think so, especially after the double that Lowe hit last time up.
Struck him out.
Boy, that breaking ball there was nasty. Watch it just go right away from the barrel of that bat. There it is. It gets a piece of it, but right into the glove. So they get their first out, and he lives for another hitter.
As you said, Lowe laced a double to left center. His last time up. And a line drive into right field, base hit. And now scores. Kwan comes home with the tying run all the way to third. Goes DeLauder with the go-ahead run. 3-3 in the fifth. Nathaniel Lowe is 2 for 3, and he has his first runs batted in as a Guardian.
Watch his hands on the inside part of the plate. That spinner in, but he gets the barrel to it. Didn't hit it hard. Placed it perfectly. So we have a new game and still runners at the corners with just 1 out.
And at least for the moment, they're sticking with Christian Scott, with Travis Bazzana digging in. DeLauder, the go-ahead run now at third base. And Bazzana takes down and in, ball 1. Travis knocked in Cleveland's first run in the fourth with a little flare in the left field. Big rip foul back. It's 1-1.
They've certainly made him work the last 2 innings.
Yeah, he breezed through the first 3 of it. He got out of a big jam in the fourth. But they've tied it up here in the fifth. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another foul by Bazzana. Right side of the Mets infield is in. Trying to keep DeLauder from bringing home the go-ahead run. Struck him out. 2 down. 7 strikeouts for Christian Scott.
Just really slowed this one down. 82 miles an hour is out of the zone. Got him to chase after it low. So now Rocchio looking for a 2-out base hit.
Hit hard, but foul. Man.
He was ready for it.
He was. Three hits in the inning. 2 runs in. And it's 0-2.
see if he comes back with that same pitch, slows it down, goes down and in. Then the one he just got him to chase over the top. And they want to change the eye level and go upstairs. He slowed it down.
With a liner to right field, and a running catch by Benj ends the inning. Well, the Guardians chip away, and they have tied the game 3-all through 5 in Cleveland.
Without team.
Our Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage tonight. And you look at the careers of Francisco Lindor and Jose Ramirez. They are incredibly similar.
Isn't that
it's
the two
amazing.
coming up together in the minor leagues? Imagine those guys on the same field throughout their careers.
Blessed. Do you want to hear something else great? After Lindor's first at bat last night, Jose looked at me and he goes, "Tell me how many hits I have." And I laughed and I said, "Why?" And he just stared at me, and because I knew why.
Yeah.
And so then I told him. Then the next time up, he goes, "How many RBI?" So what we just put up there, it's not like it's a competition, but I think
it is too. Who are you talking to?
It has been since the
day one.
Arrived.
No doubt.
And
Frankie was the chosen one, and Jose said, "Oh, he's the chosen. Oh, he is."
Yeah, right.
Wait till you get a load of me.
Yeah, he was the man that went up against it. That's so true.
But it's beautiful because it's a healthy relationship. You know, they're not best friends, but they love playing with each other.
They drove each other when they were here, coming up through the minor leagues and everything like that. Two terrific players.
Yes, and Arch, I'm sure you had guys that you probably kept up with because you
tried to.
Right. I know it was different back then. You had to use a newspaper. You didn't have the internet to look up the pitching engine and things of that
exactly.
nature. I'm surprised the internet worked at your house.
Lindor strikes out. That's number 10 for Tanner Bybee.
But please believe those numbers we just showed you guys at home, both of those guys are very aware of what the other guy is doing at all times to this day.
Well, he's just made Lindor look bad tonight.
5th time he's had a 10 strikeout game. First time this year, and that gets him to 600 in his career. Bo Bichette has struck out twice tonight.
Not messing around, is he? This at bat, he's going all hard stuff where he went a lot of breaking stuff in the first 2 at bats to get Bichette twice.
It's like a little offense pumped him up.
Oh, why wouldn't it? You know, and that's his job. Come out here and put a 0 on that board and get your offense back in there quickly. Heated them up early, went to get the strikeout with that breaking ball.
Weak ground ball up the middle. Lozana sets and throws, 2 down. That'll bring up Carson Benj. Reached on an error and scored an unearned run in the 4th that at the time made it 3-0 New York. Guardians have come back to tie it, and Bybee 1 out away from going 6 innings tonight.
I mean, that for him, that's all. I'm going 6. When he goes out there on his day, you can get him out before then.
Deep right. Back is Adele. He leaps and he can't quite get it. Man, what an effort. But it's out of here for a home run, and Carson Benj has put New York right back on top. 4-3 with his 13th home run of the season and his 2nd in the series.
That's their 3rd solo home run of the night. And we're going to see that pitch. That was a changeup. Yeah. Down middle of the plate. And he golfs it up, and I'll tell you what, he had it timed beautifully. It's just out of his reach. That was time. See him go up and oh my goodness.
A disappointing ending for Tanner Bybee. 10 strikeouts. He was 1 out away from going 6 innings, but he can't get through the inning. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen has been made. We'll be right back.
It matters.
Well, if you missed, you heard me earlier, the Rocket Blast on Friday night, guess what? They have one on Saturday as well. That'd be the 15th against the Guardians and the Padres. Also a City Connect sling bag giveaway for 15,000 fans. The Cleveland Museum of Natural History, CLEGuardians.com.
Eric Sabrowski on to face Jared Young with 2 down in the 6th. Cleveland down a run. Left field, back goes Kwan, racing back onto the track. Can't get it. Off the glove and off the wall, and Young is still running all the way to third base. Phenomenal job by Petey Halpin. He went from center field all the way over past Kwan, who is still down on a knee.
Yeah, I hope he's
to
going to
grab that baseball and fire it in. Otherwise, Young would have scored.
I hope he's going to be all right.
Halpin has to go.
Oh yeah, he's coming over, and that's what you have to do with that wall out there. It was in the glove, and then he ends up hitting the wall, and he's slow to get up. But he ends up with a triple. Young, his very first triple. Look, it's in the glove, just off the fingers, and then that wall gives him a pretty good kiss right there, and he falls down.
Now remember, he hit that wall in center field last night. And so that's 2 nights in a row he has gone hard into a wall, and you just wonder if any of this is the residual from last night or if it's just the cumulative effect.
No, it's just he just needs a little time. He just needs a little time. I think he's a little upset too that ball didn't stick in the glove. And you know, he hit that wall pretty well, like back-to-back nights.
All right, this is last night in the first inning. And it's the right side that he slams into that wall.
And then again, it's going to be the right
side again.
Yeah, boom. This one, he couldn't get that shoulder out. He tucked, but it was a stinger. I guarantee he's upset it didn't stay in his glove.
Francisco Alvarez has struck out twice tonight. Fouls that pitch back from Sabrowski. Off to the right, out of play. Challenge from Patrick Bailey.
The catcher is challenging the ball.
That was a really close pitch. ABS powered by T-Mobile. He might have stolen a strike here. He did. That'll end the inning.
This was a strike. Cleveland retains their challenge.
So the Mets strand a runner at third, but they regain the lead on their third solo homer of the night.
This June,
well, tickets on sale for the Guardians 50-50 raffle. One lucky winner will take home half the prize. The other benefits Cleveland Guardians charities. The raffle will run through Sunday. And you can get your tickets now. CLEGuardians5050.com.
Sarah Auto Park pitching change for left-hander Jeffrey Yan. Yan is a native of the Dominican Republic. Began his career with the Angels, pitching professionally at the age of 17, but after 2 years, he dealt with a slew of elbow injuries and did not pitch for the next 5 seasons. 16, 17, 18, 19, and then the pandemic year of 2020, he did not pitch professionally. Began his comeback with the Marlins in the minor leagues in 21. And so here he is making his major league debut at the age of 30.
How about that?
Swing and a miss.
Looks like
he can rush it up there at 99 to 100 miles an hour, and he gained quite a bit of notoriety, shall we say, in the minor leagues for his strikeout celebrations.
Does he do it after every strikeout? We'll find out if he does here.
Strike called. Angel Martinez pinch hitting for Petey Halpin. Off to the right, out of play. His comeback trail included a couple of years pitching in Japan. And then in 2025, he hooked on with the Rockies. And then last offseason. And there's the celebration. Angel Martinez out looking one away.
I mean, he jumps after he delivers that ball anyway. But watch how high he goes. There it is. You can't help but laugh.
You don't want him to do it? Don't strike out.
That's right. Hit a home run, you can jump up and down before you get to the plate.
But
you know that's coming at some point.
But you just said it perfectly, Matt. When we were talking about it down over here, a couple guys goes, yeah, he does it, but everybody that knows him says he's a great dude, so they're not mad about it. There's what you said, hit him.
There you go.
There's a base hit in the left field for Patrick Bailey.
Jump.
I think they know the story, and some of the Dominican guys go, he's such a great guy that it doesn't bother him.
Our Chevy drive of the game. Angel now has 2 hits in his major league debut. First pitch he saw, he smacked into right field. And then in the 5th, he let this ball track and bounced it by the third baseman, Bo Bichette. 2 hits and a run scored for Angel now in his major league debut. Fouls that pitch back.
Josh Tomlin, Jason Donald, John McDonald,
Johnny Mac,
Luis Medina, Andy Allenson. Oh my goodness. Those are Hall of Fame names.
Hey, how many at bats did Tomlin have? I got to call Josh today. I didn't know he went 2 for 2.
Well, he always said he could hit.
Yeah, he had cleats on in Game 7 of the World Series back in '16, begging to hit.
Ground ball up the middle and through, and Angel now is 3 for 3. Bailey stops at second. How about hits in each of his first 3 plate appearances?
But the names aren't out there.
How long is that list?
I think that's a very short list. He was jumping up, but that ball was on the ground.
He almost jumped over.
He was playing too high on that one. But how about that? 3 consecutive hits, all singles, 2 from the left side, 1 from the right side. It couldn't go any better. Now somebody find a gap. Gomer Hodge. Nobody remembers him. I do. He was a coach in the minor leagues with me.
You're roommates with
But I was at AAA. He was a great pinch hitter up here, I think, in 1974.
Stephen Kwan takes a pitch outside.
You want to talk about Andy and Mayberry straight from North Carolina. I mean, to tell you.
So you're telling me his birth name wasn't Gomer?
No, it was Gomer.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's priceless.
Gomer Hodge's only year in the big leagues was 1971.
71. Okay.
80 games, He hit 205. But what a start to his career.
They sent him down in the minor leagues to tutor me.
Big hair arch. That's a big job.
Oh, God. He was
Harold Morris Hodge, born in Rutherfordton, North Carolina.
Yeah, he was an NC boy.
Rick doesn't remember much, but he remembered that name. That got you going.
You got to ask Carl if he remembers Comer.
Comer, I will.
I mean, this is how. Wasn't a lot of creativity in baseball back in 1971. He got his nickname because he sounded like Gomer Pyle with a southern accent. It was that simple. That was it.
Hey, man. I can't even do it.
Keep trying. I like it.
Well, golly.
Art, you got to get on time.
3-1 to Quan, ball 4, and Jeffrey Yan, after striking out the first batter that he faced in the big leagues, has now loaded him up with back-to-back singles and a walk to Stephen Kwan.
Josh Tomlin, I was told, was 8 for 28 in his career. So
very nice.
Yeah, the 280, in that area. Not too bad for a pitcher.
Chase DeLauder with the bases loaded and 1 out. Walked his last time up. There's some confusion on the infield. They don't know what they want to do here.
Well, they just had a big meeting on the mound. I don't know.
I think Lindor's making sure that Yan told the umpires what he's going to do.
Okay. All right. He's managing him out there so he doesn't get a.
He's going from the windup, and DeLauder bangs it foul. One out. Tying run at third is Patrick Bailey.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, going from that windup, those base runners are going to be able to get a really good jump on anything hit.
Oh, that was a good breaking ball there. Slider dropped in, 1-2.
Boy, he goes halfway into the catcher to get that ball back, too. Yeah, they said he went.
DeLauder can't believe it, and somebody's been ejected, and it looks like Stephen Vogt. It's either Vogt or Grant Fink, the hitting coach. Somebody got a quick heave-ho from Chad Fairchild, the crew chief, who's umpiring at third base. And you can read Stephen Vogt's lips. You missed the call. Might have left the word out, but you missed the call was his message to Fairchild, the crew chief. No, that's terrible. That is an awful call. Wow. In a critical spot.
Yeah, it looks like it was Vogt.
And now Joe Adell batting for the second straight time with the bases loaded. Off to the right, out of play. It's 0-2. closer to Lindor. And the side is retired. The Guardians leave them loaded, thanks to a bad call by the third base umpire, Fairchild, and they cannot convert.
Listen!
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians.
The new pitcher for Cleveland is Craig Yoho, recently acquired from Milwaukee, as the Guardians made a flurry of moves right prior to the trading deadline. Yoho is a guy with a terrific changeup. Bottom third of the order for the Mets here. Brett Beatty to lead it off. He homered back in the third. First pitch goes to the backstop. Defensively, Angel Martinez is now in left field, and Stephen Kwan is shifted over to center. One ball, one strike.
There you'll see his changeup. He started him off. Boy, he really gets some turn on that, doesn't he?
Right field, right at him. Joe Adele had to leap up. That ball had a little more carry than he realized, but he makes the catch for out number one.
Yeah, that ball carried a little better than he thought it was. The big man got the glove up. It makes the catch.
Jorge Polanco fouls the pitch off. You know, the thing is, when we saw that replay of Yoho, we showed the slowed down version.
Right.
When he goes to cock his arm, it's almost like
it's flat.
Yeah.
The elbow's so high that his forearm goes about parallel with it.
It's like it inverts, and you don't, very rarely do you see that.
Call that a rubber arm.
Adele again.
Now he's playing a little deeper. There's no problem there.
Here's a word from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Sink into unbeatable comfort with Lazy Boy recliners, starting at just $395. For an incredible selection of Lazy Boy, shop Levin.
There you go. Oh, man. It's funny. It moves too fast. You slow it down, and it looks like, holy smokes.
By Marcus Semien. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
That's like, it reminds me of Doug Jones, who pitched obviously here with Cleveland and with Milwaukee. And he threw about 2 or 3 different types of changeups.
Bazana slings it over. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Stretch time in Cleveland. Guardians down 1.
Welcome.
Family value packs benefiting Cleveland Clinic Children's include 4 game tickets plus $40 to spend on merch and concessions, all for just $99. Seats are located in the family deck and are available for Sunday through Thursday games. Full details, CLEGuardians.com.
Mets go back to the bullpen. Right-hander Dedniel Nunez is the new pitcher.
Just activated yesterday from the IL, coming out.
He had a couple of brief stints with the Mets in 24 and in 25. In those 2 years, he gave up 1 earned run in 24 2/3 innings pitching at home. But on the road, he allowed 13 earned runs in 20 innings pitched. Nathaniel Lowe leading off for the Guardians here in the 7th. A single, a double, and 2 runs knocked in. His first start as a Guardian. Down and in.
Yeah, he tied the game up back in the 5th.
Pitch off the glove of Young, and it's going to be an error, I believe, as Lowe reaches to start this 7th inning. It didn't look like that difficult to play.
No, Young, you let that ball play him. You know, he just, I think he was a little slow. There you go on the backhand. That glove may have got in his vision, and he never caught it cleanly, and they couldn't make it up.
Did you see the hop
tried.
off the lip? If we get another shot, I'm not making excuses. It took a huge hop off the lip of the grass.
That's going to be an error.
Okay.
Travis Bazzana 1 out of 3 with an RBI single back in the 4th inning. Has struck out his other 2 times up. Looked like a routine hop.
Came up to his chest. You're right.
I think Rick might have been on it, you know, as he was moving the glove to field the ball.
Yeah, I think he got
in front of his eyes.
He didn't know exactly where the bounce was.
You say that sometimes as an outfielder, you know, you put your glove up and all of a sudden you lose that ball for a second.
Yes, you do. You don't know exactly where it's coming down. I mean, I think that's a ball that should have been made, but he didn't make it. And I agree it was an error, but whatever happened doesn't matter. Here you go. Watch it. Watch him turn, and now watch where his glove goes.
Yeah,
that's a big first baseman's glove.
Behind it,
blocked himself out.
He blocked himself out.
1 out. Ryan Rocchio to the plate.
Yeah, it did.
Now here we are again, Rick. It's the same story as last night when the Guardians left 11 men on base. They have stranded 9 through the first 6 innings here tonight.
Yeah, the opportunities have been there, no doubt.
Broken bat bouncer to second. Semien goes to second. They get the lead runner low, 2 down. Then Angel Martinez will bat for the 2nd time. He pinch hit and struck out in the 6th. That was straight back off the mask of the catcher, Alvarez.
Took a pretty healthy cut, and this guy looks like he's takes a little while to deliver the baseball. Sandy over there talking to Rocchio. maybe a guy you might be able to steal on.
Center field dropping, base hit. Got down in front of Ewing. Rocchio stops at second. So Angel Martinez keeps the inning alive for Cleveland and brings up Patrick Bailey.
He went after that first pitch pretty well, like he saw, and he comes right back and then takes a beautiful swing on this ball, gets a base hit in front of Ewing in center field. So now you got first and second and 2 outs. That's hit number 9 for Cleveland.
Bailey 1 for 3 on the night. He singled his last time up. Two on and 2 out. And it's down low. Hit hard, but foul.
He was ready for the fastball.
Line drive right field, base hit. And it's bobbled and led by Benz, coming around third with the tying run. Scoring is Rocchio. Benz couldn't come up with it cleanly when he short hopped it, and that enabled Rocchio to score the tying run without really a play at the plate. And all the way to third base went Angel Martinez. So Bailey with his second straight hit of the night, and we're back to even a 4-piece.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a good at-bat, and Ben's in right field. He made the commitment. Let's go. He was trying to catch it, but what he did, he smothered it with his arm, though. He wanted to make the catch, and once he did not, you have to send him. You got to score. You got a tie game, and all coming now with 2 outs. The hit by Martinez.
I'm with you. It would have been interesting had he just played that on a hop.
Right, with his arm. That
might have been a different story at the plate. Who knows?
Yeah, but he made the commitment to go after that ball and try and catch it for the third out.
Angel now lines it into left field, and the Guardians take the lead. This kid's unbelievable. He's 4 for 4 in his big league debut, and he's put Cleveland in the lead.
There's no more Gomer Hodge now. I bet his name's in the record books by himself. Unbelievable. What a night. And he drives in the go-ahead run, and that's a fastball at 97 up and away. He just takes the other way, and boy, does he use the whole field. Unbelievable. 3 consecutive singles by the 7, 8, and 9 guys, and that's exactly what this team needed.
Look at it. And now, man, some kind of fired up, huh?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you be? That should fire up that whole dugout. I mean, that's rare. I mean, you see a young guy come up and you see him get a few hits. How about 4 straight hits, and then you get another one with an RBI to go ahead here in the 7th inning. Yeah, they can't believe it. Look at these guys.
All alone in the record books.
Absolutely.
And not only 4 hits, but in the clutch like that, the 2-out RBI hit to put your team in the lead. Stephen Kwan now takes up high.
Let's see if that relieves a little of the pressure out of that valve, and see if we can add a couple more hits. That happens sometimes. You get that one big hit like that to give you the lead. Everybody else relaxes, breathes a little easier. stay fair.
There were 2 outs with a runner at first base.
Yeah.
When Angel Martinez lined a single into right field. Then Bailey with a game-tying single to right. And Henao ties it, or puts Cleveland in front with an opposite field single to left field. Man, oh man.
Well, this crowd has seen something that nobody's ever done before. How about that for a rookie?
Swing and a miss. He foul tipped it into the mid to end the inning. Angel Henao. No Cleveland player has ever had 4 hits in his major league debut. And not only that, but he's put the Guardians in front 5-4.
Well, the Guards wrap up this homestand with the Mets tomorrow afternoon. It's a 1:10 game. Tickets are still available. You can get yours at CLEGuardians.com.
Now you can see Mets pitcher Dedniel Nunez. He gives up 2 unearned runs. The error by the first baseman Jared Young. It should have been a 1-2-3 inning, but that kept the inning alive, and it enabled the Guardians to break through to take the lead. Now Hunter Gaddis to face the top of the Mets order. And A.J. Ewing showing bunt takes ball 1. Ewing 0 for 3 tonight. And Hunter Gaddis trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the 8th.
Matt, people hear us talk about playing clean baseball all the time. And what you just said about the Mets are going through was the same story we had on this side last night. An error opened things up.
No doubt about it. I mean, look. It may sound like sometimes, we're making excuses, right, but the fact remains that at this level, at the very elite level of any kind of professional sport, the margins between winning and losing are so razor thin. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it is just one mistake and the other team's ability to expose it or take advantage of it.
Right.
That's the difference oftentimes.
Yes. If you get a break out on that field and you're going well, you take care of it. And good teams usually do that.
It's hit hard up the alley. And that will go to the wall and over the fence for a ground rule double. So back come the Mets. A.J. Ewing, his 14th 2-bagger of the year.
He swung it pretty well in the last 2 nights as well.
Yes, yeah, they've got a couple young hitters here that swing it well. They're aggressive. And I mean, they get after it. And I'll tell you what they did with Bybee. Bybee threw 98 pitches tonight. They swung at 56 of them.
It's a big number.
No kidding.
Well, Francisco Lindor 0 for 3. He's 0 for 8 in the series. Big rip, and he swung over the top of the slider. No balls and 2 strikes on Lindor as we check the scores from around Major Leagues, courtesy of Bet365.
Sonny Gray, boys. 6 innings, no runs, and Wilyer Abreu. He may be the hottest hitter in baseball right now. Rick hit a home run. He scored their other run in the first inning of that Red Sox-White Sox game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went high cheddar, and Lindor could not touch it. He strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, that goes without getting that runner to third base with nobody out. He had the breaking ball, but he elevates the fastball. Not even a strike, but he got Lindor to chase. Sets him down for out number 1.
And now Bo Bichette 0 for 3. Has struck out twice tonight. And aggressively, we know that's part of his game. He fouls the first pitch back. To third, they've got him hung up, and a good job by Henao running him back to second, but they can't get him out until they throw to Gaddis, so the tying run ends up in scoring position. Now there are 2 down.
That's a good job by Ewing, and what a play Gaddis made. I can't believe he caught that ball. I mean, right into his glove, and he knew what to do with it. He looked at that runner and gives up the ball. You run him all the way back to second, but Ewing got a good job. And he didn't close it enough. Rocchio might have been able to close that a little bit better. They get the out at third base, but he killed enough time. What did they say? An interference? He might have had to go outside the line.
Yeah.
They won't get that call, but I mean, he still did a good job to get Bichette to second.
Yeah, Ewing thought he got his hand in, but it was obvious right there on that replay that his hand did not get in there.
Here's another look. Watch the glove of Gaddis and look at the sliding mitt of Ewing. Did he tag him? Did he get the glove?
I see what you're saying now.
If he doesn't get the sliding mitt, he might be safe.
This is the view I had, and I thought he had it right there.
Oh, he just left his glove
in the
there.
middle, yeah, but
That's going to be tough to overturn.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
After review, the call in the field is confirmed. The runner is out. The offense lost the count.
Well, still a good try, good effort. So you get the second out, and you got a runner in scoring position.
Right there.
Yeah, he slid right into it.
That was a better angle right there, right into the glove. That was the best angle we got to see.
So 2 down, tying run, scoring position. Carson Benj is the batter. This guy's swinging the bat. Well, be careful.
And they know. I mean, you gotta know this guy's been hot. So you're not gonna just throw him something that to try and get him out. If you walk him, who cares?
I'll tell you one thing, Jared Young, the on-deck hitter, is no slouch. He's got a double and a triple tonight, and remember, he sent Petey Halpin headlong into the wall in center field his first at bat.
When Rick said that, I thought the same thing, Matt. I go, well, the next guy hasn't been.
I know, but what I'm saying, I'm not walking, but you got to be very careful with him.
And you got a base.
Right. If you walk him, then you got to come back up hard. There you go.
Made a good pitch, and Bazana throws him out. Gaddis holds the Mets at bay. Bottom of the 8th coming up, Cleveland by 1. Angel Henao in his major league debut has made it a night he will never forget. His family will never forget. We should never forget.
We will never forget. Are you kidding me?
The only player to ever get 4 hits in his debut in the Cleveland uniform.
He's seen 9 pitches. He's had 7 swings and 4. There you go, 4 hits and got the go-ahead RBI. He doesn't foul him off. He puts him in play, and he stayed on it. He hits it where it's pitched.
Chase DeLauder leading off for the Guardians here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fouls the pitch back. from Chase McDermott. But look at how Chase is spelled for McDermott compared to DeLauder.
Chase with a Y. I've never seen that.
Chase McDermott, in those 2 games with the Dodgers, he pitched 2 in the 3rd innings. He threw 39 pitches, 34 fastballs.
So he likes his heater.
Evidently. And I can see why, but I don't know. The last 2 have been nowhere close to the strike zone.
You guys have done this way longer than I. Are you guys amazed now at how many guys come out of the bullpen and they all throw 97 plus? Names you've never heard.
They're all max effort, man, every pitch. And they're only on usually for an inning. There was a split.
And I don't think that's
the catcher's challenging the ball.
I don't think so either.
He's going to burn their last challenge.
It sure is. His head may explode.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. And that's it for the Mets challenges.
You talk about good teammates and leadership.
Challenges.
Chase DeLauder was so mad about that strikeout the last time up, and in between innings he was coming down here and he was getting ready to say something to the umpire, and 3 players put their arm around him and said, "We got it. Go back down to the other side. Relax. We got you."
Yeah, stay in the game.
Right. Well, that's important to have guys do that, because I've seen other teams where it's like everybody's yelling at the umpire, and that doesn't help anyone.
And you know what? That's fine. I think the mistake there was not that it was Chad Fairchild made a bad call. It happens.
Right.
He gets one look at it. He made a bad call. But to have a quick snap jerk reaction and throw somebody out of the game, forget that it was Stephen Vogt. Could be anybody. Just let him vent a little bit.
Absolutely.
Hey, you probably, if everybody's yelling, there's a pretty good chance. Maybe you didn't get it right.
He's got rabbit ears. He can hear everything.
You're going to get thrown out.
I hope so.
No, he's never been thrown out.
I know.
Don't you forget that.
Anybody that's watched our games is probably blown away. Oh, Mr. Happy Days himself, he's never been thrown out.
Don't worry, Andre. I got a guy. The 3-2. We're going to make it happen. I can't wait.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
DeLauder is retired, 1 away.
We wave to him every once in a while. He's on the field. You do got a guy.
So that'll bring up Joe Adell.
I'm not leaving.
Oh, you're going to be that guy. I'm not leaving.
Nope. See, he doesn't know what I'm going to say.
Joe Adell is 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and a run scored.
We got to get Jose back on the field.
Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not.
You can't stop.
I noticed, and we've had a couple of shots during the game. He's got that ball that he's squeezing.
Yeah.
And for Jose, right now it's in his right hand. The left hand is the one he had his surgery on, and he's been squeezing it consistently with that left hand. And the key for him right now is it's not the glove, it's not taking throws, it's just the bat.
When he swings it, yes.
Swinging it, controlling it, all of that thing. And then look, hey, he just had surgery a month ago, so.
And on his right.
Is he still talking to Frankie?
No, he's talking to Bichette. Oh, man. But you're right. When he has to check his swing right-handed, that's when it hurts tremendously, he told me. You know, at times where you got to check it, Rick, that's when it can kind of hurt a little bit.
Right. Adell goes down swinging. 2 down here in the 8th. And a word from Wayside Furniture.
The right styles at the right prices. Every day and always at Wayside Furniture. Wayside Furniture, keeping it local since 1937.
I saw this note too on Chase McDermott. I think he's got a future if he wants to be a producer for baseball on television. His pregame routine is a sub sandwich I don't want to give the franchises away because I don't know the advertising deals, but you can guess. With a bag of chips and a chocolate chip cookie. So
well, sounds familiar here.
That's the diet of producers, or at least one we know.
I think that shop might be called Murphy's.
Nathaniel Lowe, 2 hits in his first start as a Guardian, a double, 2 runs batted in. As the saying goes, if you put the ball in play, sometimes good things happen. And it was a ball that Lowe put in play to start the 7th inning. First baseman Jacob Young misplayed it, and that error proved costly for New York. Cleveland plated 2 unearned runs in the inning to take the lead. Right now, Cade Smith is getting ready in Cleveland's bullpen. Fly ball deep left field. Pache back, reaching for the wall. He misplays it, and into second base goes Nathaniel Lowe. You can see Pache feeling with his bare hand for the wall, and I don't know if that distracted him all. He just flat dropped it.
Yeah, that's going to be another error. I mean, he got back there plenty of time, and watch it. I mean, he didn't have any issues with the wall. He's feeling for it. He just flat out missed it. Don't know. Watch his eyes.
He watched it right out of his glove.
He sure did.
Another opportunity, and Travis Bazzana takes ball 1. Pache coming in, makes the chest high catch and makes sure he hangs on to retire the side. Well, it's Marvel's superhero night here at Progressive Field, and the Cade Crusader will try to lock up the villains next. Let's check out our Progressive defensive play of the game.
Boy, in the second inning, Petey helping on the dead run, sprinting back to that wall. It goes into the glove, and about a step later, he kisses the wall, and boom. He goes down, he holds on. What a terrific play, and I'm sure it hurt. But boy, these guys, these outfielders have been making some very good plays.
Jared Young leading off here in the 9th inning for New York. And Cade Smith will try to close it out for the Guardians. He has saved 30 on the year, second most in the show. In fact, the only guy that's ahead of him is Baker down in Tampa. He's got 32 saves going into tonight.
Yeah, he's having a terrific year.
And Tampa's been hot. They won 7 of their last 10. Ball 4, a rare walk issued by Cade Smith. It's only the 17th walk in over 51 innings on the year. Francisco Alvarez has struck out 3 times tonight. Wow, this is unusual. He has thrown 7 pitches and 1 strike.
I mentioned to Carl before the game, I go, we haven't seen Cade a lot recently. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? He said it'll be good later in the season. He goes, but a guy like him, he needs to be on the mound. You know, and he said, so he worries a little bit. He says he sees things tick up. He goes, but I'd rather him throw 3-4 times a week than once.
Fouled right back.
Well, once you see that hitter swing through one or something, it sort of gets you down and locking in.
Luis Robert on deck to bat for Pache. High fly ball on the infield foul ground. And now 1-0.
Number 80, Luis Robert Jr.
Tell you something else has been pretty impressive about young Angel Henao tonight is that he made that double error in the 4th inning. And Rick, I thought it was interesting. In between innings, we saw Tanner Bybee go down and kind of say, hey,
right.
But Henao the whole time was smiling. He wasn't like slamming his glove. He didn't look dejected. He didn't drop his head. It was like he knew he made a mistake, but he was upbeat. You know,
he's 22. He can't get upset.
Yeah, right. He's not allowed yet. But I mean, that says something. I mean, he didn't let it bother him in the least, and then went out and had a night like no one's ever had.
No, he's a shortstop. I'm not saying he can't play third base, but you know, it was a tough play. Probably should have held it. He knows that. That's how you learn.
Luis Robert cuts and misses. And it's 1-2, and that one hit 100 miles an hour. A fresh Cade Smith deals. Oh, that was 99 and had some run. Tying run at first base here in the ninth. Blew it by him. 2 down. A 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and Robert had no chance. Jorge Polanco, the last hope for the Mets. 1 for 3 on the night. He homered back in the 3rd.
Lucky to get out of the way of that one. It's coming right in there, and he said, wasn't as close as he thought, was it?
No, he just kind of lost his balance. He deals. Left field, racing. Angel Martinez won't get it. It short hops the wall. Into third base with the tying run is Jared Young. And Polanco has a 2-out double to keep the Mets' hopes alive. He gave in. He didn't try to do too much.
Right, stayed on it. It's a fastball away, 100 miles an hour, and that ball was slicing away from Martinez and left. And now they got the tying run at third, the winning run at second.
Marcus Semien will be the batter as Carl Willis goes out to talk to Cade Smith and Patrick Bailey about a game plan for Semien, who is 0 for 3 tonight. A white knuckler for Cade Smith. Just about everybody up on their feet here at Progressive Field. And it's outside, ball one. Started him off with an off-speed pitch. And he chased one. 1-1. And that's a little low. Topped foul, third base side. And now Cade is 1 strike away. The count is full. First base is open. A.J. Ewing waits on deck. Here is the payoff pitch. And it's high, ball 4. So now they're loaded. And A.J. Ewing is coming up. And Cade Smith, 12 balls, 12 strikes.
Yeah, he is grinding his way through this one. The leadoff walk. They got an out, got 2 outs, then the double, and now a walk.
A.J. Ewing split the outfielders in right center field for a double his last time up. 101. Wow, really cranked that one up there. He has never hit 101 in his career. Bouncing ball. Rocchio has it go off the end of his glove, and the Mets have tied the game. And the bases are still loaded with 2 out.
Wow, another error. He had it right on it. The ball goes off his glove. He just fields it on the second base side. He just never caught it. And it was too late by the time he got control of it.
Francisco Lindor, 0 for 4, has struck out 3 times. And it's 0-2. Struck him out to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 5.
As a pediatrician,
well, the Guardians find themselves now deadlocked at 5. And in the bottom of the 9th, Brian Rocchio, whose error allowed New York to tie the game, will lead it off. Chase McDermott, who worked a scoreless 8th inning and worked around an error, stays on for the Mets I don't see anybody up in their bullpen, so they're going to stick with him for now. Angel Martinez waits on deck, then Patrick Bailey. He missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defensively now, A.J. Ewing has gone from center field over to left, and Luis Robert is now in center field. The 2-2 to Rocchio. It's high and a full count. The 3-2 is low, ball 4. So now the winning run is aboard to start the bottom of the 9th. And Angel Martinez coming up. Rocchio has stolen 15 out of 20 on the year. And we'll see if they have anything on McDermott. There's a bunt right back to him. He'll go to first. And the sacrifice puts the winning run in scoring position. And Patrick Bailey will get the first crack at delivering the game winner. Bailey has singled his last 2 times up. In the 7th, he knocked in a run with a base hit to right field. And that's outside, ball 1.
I like him a lot. 6 since 23.
Upstairs. 2-1.
Yeah, 1 swing. You could walk this thing off. You got a day game tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Last game of the homestand.
And 2 strikes. Bailey awaits the pitch, and he fouls it off. With 1 out, the left fielder Ewing is shortened up. Robert shortened up in center. Right fielder Benj deep and right. The 2-2.
He could play a little deeper and right with his arm.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about it, a couple steps won't hurt. That's if he pulls the ball.
McDermott's 2-2. High fastball fouled back by Bailey, and that was well out of the strike zone, but with 2 strikes, he's not willing to take a chance.
Anything close. You're right. You got to swing that bat. He's following it off, had some good swings. He did swing the one that down and in. Breaking ball early in the count. Don't know if they'll go back there or just stay away from everything. there it was.
Well, it all comes down to Angel Henao with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And all this rookie has done is go 4 for 4 in his major league debut.
They may walk him. I know you got Kwan on deck. Either that or they're saying he can't go 5 for 5. But the people are feeling that he can. And they're all standing. They want to see him do it. He doesn't wait for much, boy. He gets up there and he gets after it.
His first 4 at bats, he saw 9 pitches, 7 swings. So he
there you go. Yeah, he's 10. He's 8 out of 10 now.
The 0-1. It's outside. Not Nap Lajoie, not Earl Averill, Larry Doby, Jim Thome, Manny Ramirez.
Anybody.
No Cleveland player has ever had 4 hits in their major league debut. The 1-1. In the air, center field. Robert going back, still going back. He's got room, and on the warning track, he pulls it down to send this game to extra innings. 5-5. We're headed to the 10th.
Eddie.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the whole season covered. Visit MLBshop.com. Guardians, the official source for your Guardians gear.
10th inning, Matt Festa. Born and raised in Brooklyn, but not a Mets fan. So he's on to pitch to Bo Bichette. And the ghost runner at second is Francisco Lindor. And first pitch strike. Right field, base hit. Mets have the lead. Lindor scores. Bichette's going for 2. Joe Adell's throw.
He's going to be on the money.
Plenty of time, and he's out. Now, Bo Bichette literally just ran himself into an out, but the Mets have the lead 6-5.
They have the lead, but when you get on that road, you like to score 2 runs if possible when you get an opportunity. He really stayed inside this ball and just flares it down the right field line. Look at that. Pulled the hands through. That was going to score Lindor easy. He probably should have hesitated, stayed at first base, but they do get the lead.
Now Carson Bench. He goes the other way, but that's out of play. Daniel Duarte is getting ready for the Mets now. Two and 1 the count. Bench homered in the 6th. Second homer in the series. Mets have hit 6 home runs in the first 2 games of the series. He felt that one in that left hand. Full count.
Yeah, he's looking at it. I heard the yelp, but then I saw him walking around. He got into that box pretty early. He didn't ask the ump for any extra time.
Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 2 away.
Heading for New York, first baseman Jared Young.
And Jared Young to the plate now, has 2 hits, a double, a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th. Angel Henao will be the ghost runner, and you've got the top of the order. Quan, DeLauder, Adele. The key is keeping it just the 1 run. Daniel Duarte will be coming on to try and close it for the Mets. Struck him out looking to end the inning. Guardians are down 1. We go to the bottom of the 10th. The big bats are coming up. Quan, DeLauder, Adele. They'll have the tying run at second base when we come back. Daniel Duarte. Coming on to try and save this one for the Mets. Last night, he came into the ball game and in 2/3 of an inning walked the batter, but otherwise unscathed. Gave up his first 2 runs in a Mets uniform Saturday against the Marlins after he had not allowed a run in his first 7 appearances. So the runner at second base is Angel Henao. Stephen Kwan is the batter. Guardians down a run. He squares. He bunts it right up into the air. 1 away. So they'll have to hit to get him home now. Chase DeLauder will be the batter.
Yeah, popped it up, and that's the last thing he wanted to do. He's usually a good bunter, too.
Chase 0 for 4. He did walk back in the 5th inning. But the way he's been swinging the bat, it's rare for him to have a game in which he doesn't have a hit. Two and 0.
Get the count in your favor. Look for a pitch you like.
How about that?
Yeah.
3-0. He just
doesn't offer, does he? He just
got that low heartbeat approach, man.
And that take on that changeup was very good. He didn't chase after it. If they walk him, then you got a double play alive. Comes back and throws a perfect pitch, but you didn't want any part of that one.
Yeah, barely was a strike.
Get back, breaking ball fast. fastball. Now you got the full count again. Payoff pitch. It's low, ball 4.
And Lauder did a double take down to third base umpire Chad Fairchild as if to say,
he wasn't going to
ring me up this time. I'm running down there.
He wasn't going to ring him up this time. Is right. It was about the same thing.
Watch him look up. Don't you even. All right, so 2 on, 1 out, and Joe Adell to the plate. Adell 0 for 4 tonight. He has walked and scored a run. Adell normally very good in the clutch. He's had chances tonight. What happened?
Jose's running for DeLauder, the winning run.
Why are the umpires coming in to meet?
Oh, I don't know.
Before the pitch, Cleveland had asked for and was granted timeout for a substitution. There was no pitch.
Pitch runner will change the law.
So Jose Ramirez running for Chase DeLauder. That's the winning run at first base. Now Adell with a clean count takes a strike. And a breaking ball in there, 0-2. Nathaniel Lowe waiting on deck. That's low and away. Coming into tonight, Adell Rick was 12th in the American League with runners in scoring position, batting well over 300.
And he's had some base runners out there tonight too. They tried to get him to fish after that 0-2 pitch. Did not do it.
Look to right field, and it's a foul ball by a couple of feet.
Boy, he thought it might stay fair. That's why he took off. It just got deep inside on him right there. He just fought it off. But once it goes up in the air, it's got a chance. It started in fair territory. And Jose was off. No doubt about it. Keep going.
So, re-rack him. 1 out, last of the 10th. Guardians down a run. Again, a 1-2 count for Joe Adell. In the dirt, backhanded nicely by Alvarez. You know, thinking about that blooper down the right field line, something that Rudy Odor has to take into consideration is Benj, the right fielder.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cannon for an arm.
He knows all about it now. He's witnessed it.
Popped up. Infield fly rule. 2 down.
Well, he got inside on him a couple of times to get the second out. Now he's going to have to face Nathaniel Lowe, the left-hander, who tied this game up in the 5th inning with a base knock.
Here's your ball game. Ground ball to the first baseman, Young. And the Mets stun the Guardians tonight in extra innings. 6-5 is the final. An error allows an unearned run to score. In the 9th inning, the Mets tied it up. Cade Smith suffering a blown save, and then New York pushes across the winning run in the 10th, and the Guardians cannot answer back.
No siree. You got to go back now, what, 5 months, like you said, under 500, May 5th.
Yeah, 3 months.
Or,
yeah,
excuse me,
feels
3
like
months.
5 months. Yeah, it's they were 18-19 on May the 5th. And it's the last time they were below 500 this year, but they fall to 57-58. They've dropped 10 out of their last 13 games. And they've got to come back here quickly tomorrow now to face the Mets in the series finale and try to avoid being swept by a team that limped in here with a record of 47-66. But the Mets are now 49-66 after the win here tonight. And yeah, I mean, there's not much more you can say.
It really is. Defensively, they a lot of unearned runs scored. Yeah, it's just a tough one to take right now. They had the opportunity to win a ball game and couldn't do it.
It sadly overshadows just the otherworldly Major League debut of Angel Henao, who's the first Cleveland player to ever have 4 hits in his Major League debut. He started out 4 for 4 with an RBI. His base hit put them in the lead, put them in position to win this game in regulation, but it slipped away. And then in the bottom of the 9th, he could have been the walk-off hero. He sent a ball to deep center field, put Robert back on the warning track, but it went for a long fly ball out, and the Guardians fall by a run. We're back tomorrow afternoon with the series finale. Stay tuned now. Al Pawlowski and Cody Allen will take you home with Guardians postgame next.